It's The Local Show on News Radio 570 WSYR, a service of Safe Harbor Wills and Trusts and Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. The Local Show, featuring conversations with business owners, employees, and local business leaders about their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in Central New York. The Local Show is locally produced by Zoey Advertising. Now, your hosts, Tom and Steve.
Welcome back and welcome in. This is hour number 2 of The Local Show. Get ready for engaging interviews with Donna Newman. She is the volunteer coordinator and shelter trainer at the CNY SPCA. And then Shauna Chernoff and Christy Shivda stop by, mortgage loan originator and branch manager, respectively, over at Geddes Federal Savings and Loan. Anthony Manicone, the owner of Pump Pizza Pub, will stop by. And then Diane Kupperman, along with Molly DiBartolo, the president and CEO of Make-A-Wish Foundation and a producer at American High, once again, respectively, will be on the show. So all that respectively stuff will be here.
Respectively. Respectively, Tom.
Oh, goodness. What am I doing here? Donna Newman.
Is that a global question, Tom?
Yes,
is that a bigger question?
That's a big question that I haven't been able to answer. Donna Newman is up right now, and let's say hello to her. Volunteer coordinator and shelter trainer at CNY SPCA. What's the SPCA stand for again?
Central New York Society to Prevent Cruelty to Animals.
Okay. So, I always think of it as it's the dog place where you go get dogs and cats and things.
Right.
But really, it's an organization that protects animals.
Yes.
Okay. I didn't know that.
We have a cruelty department who invests cruelty complaints in different counties. And we have a dog control department as well, who find strays with different municipalities.
Oh, they're still doing that, huh? Where they're going on. Of course, Steve and I are of that vintage where, there used to be the trucks out all the time, and I remember having a beagle, back when I was a kid, my mother would say, bring, her name was Ralphie. See, how woke was that back then?
That was
a woke thing back then. And we'd say, get Ralphie in because they're going around with the patrol. And
a friend of mine had a beagle, Tom, and the dog's name was Ted. And the reason he named it Ted is because at the time, the place that we both worked, the boss's name was Ted. Oh. And he wanted to go, shut up, Ted, lay down, Ted. Go. So he named the dog Ted after our boss, which I thought was very amusing.
Funny. How did you get into this kind of business? What have you done throughout your career?
Well, I was a teacher at one point.
Oh, okay.
And then when my sons were younger in school, I decided to stop teaching. And then when I got older, I had some time, so I decided to volunteer. Okay. So I filled out an application with the SPCA, and I wanted to be a dog walker. So that's what I did for several years. And after a while, I decided to work there in different capacities.
So here's a loaded question. I know it's kind of obvious, but what's a dog walker do for the shelter?
Actually, a dog walker is a very important role at our shelter.
Okay.
Because dogs are social creatures.
Yes.
And they're forced to spend most of their time in a kennel,
right,
surrounded by other dogs barking, people walking by. So the role of a dog walker is obviously to walk dogs, but it's so much more than that because dogs learn to trust people, because whatever dog is at the shelter, something bad happened to them. Somebody died, somebody moved, somebody, something happened.
There could be abuse, all that, right?
Anything could be. So it's exercise. Dogs need exercise. It's building trust. It's realizing the world is a good place. And it leads to homes for our shelter dogs.
So are you looking for dog walkers?
Yes, we are.
So what if someone's like Tom? Will you still accept them as a dog walker?
Yes. You have to be 18 years old and out of high school. And we would like you to be able to dedicate about 2 hours a week or 6 hours a month to the shelter.
So you're over on Malloy Road. Where do they walk the dogs?
I call it the world's ugliest cul-de-sac.
Okay.
We have a little block that you can walk around that's about a half an hour. And then we have a bigger loop that's close to a mile. So people can walk, around the shelter.
So they're not taking the dogs home and fostering them for a while or anything like that?
They're not. We have a budding foster program just for our volunteers. But in general, they stay on the grounds.
Okay.
We do have a program called Dog's Day Out, where a volunteer, usually 2 volunteers, can take a dog out for the day. And the idea is to see, how does the dog act in the car? How does the dog act on a park? How does a dog act if you get them an ice cream? Just how a dog would act in normal life situations.
Right. Does the SPCA have any other types of animals? Is it just dogs, or is it cats and giraffes and elephants?
Very good question. We have cats, obviously. We have dogs, and we have our critter program.
Oh,
so
okay.
we have any kind of small animal you can think of. We have at any time. We have gerbils, guinea pigs.
Do you have an iguana?
Not right now.
Because Tom wants an iguana.
No, I don't. Not
but we
into
do
the
get all
reptiles.
kinds of little critters that come and
Yeah.
go, and we do get some random animals sometimes. The last kind of random animal we had were some chickens and pigs.
Interesting.
And these animals came from a farm where they couldn't quite take care of them, and they came here until they went to their next home. But this past summer, somebody found a stray pig somewhere in Syracuse.
Okay.
And we have a Facebook page where we post all of our found animals.
Mm-hmm.
And so somebody took a picture of the pig that was in our kennel, surrounded by dogs, and posted it. And somebody said, "Hey, that's my pig." And they came to get it.
So who did you bring today?
Yeah.
This is Bart.
Hey, Bart.
Hey, Bart.
Bart's
Bart's busy right now. He has a Kong filled with peanut butter, so he's occupied.
Okay, yeah. That'd keep me occupied, too.
Let's see. Will he come this way, or should I not interrupt the peanut butter consumption?
Maybe not interrupt the peanut butter consumption. He seems very involved right now.
Who and what is Bart?
Bart is he is a 8-year-old, approximately, pit mix. He came to the shelter about 10 months ago. Mm-hmm. He's great in the car. He's very friendly. Not a fan of cats, but he enjoys other dogs, and he makes someone a lovely pet.
Okay, that's wonderful. Yeah. So somebody can go in and see Bart along with. How many dogs do you have? And I think, and it's something else. I can relate it to my own life, meaning that as we get older, people don't want you. Just ask my wife. But is that the case with the dogs? Do you have younger dogs there that people can adopt?
Yes, we do.
Okay.
We have dogs of all ages. When we have a puppy, they usually get adopted very quickly.
Yeah, it's quick, yeah.
But interestingly, most of our dogs appear to be between the ages of 1 and 3.
Okay,
so
that's not bad.
No, they're not bad. But you're talking about dogs who are no longer at that puppy stage.
Yeah.
But dogs who probably haven't been trained.
Right.
Dogs who are very rambunctious. So I always recommend that whenever people adopt a dog, that they take him to a basic training class. It's just a great way to get to know your dog, to build a relationship, and to give you a way to communicate.
I really have to endorse that as well. We didn't, and which is why I despise Mikey at this point. No, despise might be a big word. But Mikey, we never took him. We thought, we're not going to give him all these rules and regular. Yeah, well, he's hard to even take for a walk now, and he's a beagle, and you know how they are when they sniff out food.
Oh, yes, I do.
So give us a quick snapshot of some dogs that people can get in touch with over at the SPCA right now.
Well, we probably have 50 or so dogs available.
Wonderful. Okay, good.
They get adopted, they go, and then more come. So some dogs, they have been there for a little while. In addition to Bart, would be Enzo.
Okay.
Enzo's probably about 3 or 4 years old. He's part of our doggy play group. We have volunteers who do a doggy play group for us.
Great.
Which is great for the dogs. So he loves other dogs. He's very trainable. He loves to learn. He has a little thing about food. He's very little protective of his food.
So he's like Tom. So that and other dogs at CNY SPCA.org.
Do you have pictures? All the pictures are up over there?
They are on our website.
Okay, great. And if somebody wants to volunteer, they can get in touch with you through there as well.
Yes.
Hey, thank you so much for being here. We could talk to you for a long time. Maybe we'll have you on regularly with
Sure, that'd
we
be
bring
lovely.
some animals. Okay. Donna Newman right there, volunteer coordinator and shelter trainer there at CNY SPCA. Have a great rest of the day.
Thank you so much.
Okay, coming up next, we're going to talk with two people, Shauna Chernoff and Christy Shivda from Get Us Federal Savings and Loan on the local show on 570 WSYR.